Now it's on.
Now we are live. Wow. We are back. The duo is back. The dynamic duo is back. Listen, if you haven't already started following us, now is the time because we are just, how many days we from kickoff for real season?
A month.
About a month?
The first game is September 8th. So we like 33 days and counting.
30. All right, so listen, here we go. I'm Nat. That's Master T. This is Sports Chat with Nat, if you didn't know. Okay.
I know we've been on a hiatus, you guys. We've definitely been on a hiatus. But it's okay. We're back. We knew we was coming back for football season.
Yeah, I did a little bit of WNBA. Didn't do much NBA at all, but did some WNBA. I watched some Unrivaled, and just did a whole lot of other stuff. Been lifing and all of that. But we are back. We missed y'all too. We really missed y'all. We missed y'all. So let's just jump right in. It's August. It's Hall of Fame time. The game is tomorrow night, 8 p.m. NBC. The Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. And I was trying to figure out why those two teams. Duh. Because they got players going into the Hall of Fame.
Oh, I was about to say, I don't know, because also at the same time, I think they just random choose people for it.
I don't know if they random choose them or not, but anyway, we got Drew Brees going in. Now, if you didn't know, Drew Brees was a quarterback from 2001 to 2020. He played with the Chargers and the Saints.
He was the worst. Her
least favorite team.
He was like, he was a pain. He was a thorn in my side.
Oh, he was Pro Bowl 13 times, All-Pro 5 times, won Super Bowl, drafted in the second round, number 33 from Purdue.
That was also a rigged Super Bowl, people.
That's what?
I said it was a rigged Super Bowl.
Listen.
It's all right. And props, Drew. I don't like the team he played for, but I do like Drew Brees though. So
he was a decent quarterback. He got in on his first year of eligibility, first time nominated. Boom, bam, he's in. I've never been a big Drew Brees fan, but just he in there. So anyway, now Luke Kuechly. I like Luke Kuechly from the Panthers. I liked him from the first time I saw him play. I liked him as a commentator. He played a linebacker from 2012 to 2019, only for the Carolina Panthers, Pro Bowl and All-Pro 7 times. No Super Bowl wins. No Super Bowl wins, but he was drafted number 9 in the first round, and he was nominated twice. Now, the reason the Cardinals are the reason they play in the Hall of Fame, because of Larry Fitzgerald. Now that there, say that name. You if you don't know who he is, you ain't been watching football in the last 20 years or something. I don't know what you've been doing.
Honestly, when you can't say that Carolina, you cannot say Arizona Cardinals without thinking about Larry Fitzgerald. Between him and Kurt Warner, those are the two players I'm gonna automatically. If somebody was like Arizona Cardinals, those are the two people I automatically think about. So,
yes, 11 Pro Bowls, 3-time All-Pro, no Super Bowls, but he was drafted in the first round, number 3 out of Pittsburgh. And he got in on his first time nominated. Now, this one right here, I knew the name, but I could not have picked him out of a lineup for $1 million. Roger Craig. Now, Roger Craig, he was in there before you was probably born.
I was about to say, it sound like a name that was probably before I was thought of. What was he like in 1970s?
83 to 93.
You know?
83 to 93. There goes Sam.
Sam, hello, friend.
83 to 93. He played for the 49ers, the Raiders, and the Vikings. Multiple times he was nominated, 4 Pro Bowls, 2 All-Pro, 2 Super Bowls, drafted in the second. Roger Craig.
No, with what team when he got the Super Bowl?
You know what? Probably the 49ers. Look, probably the 49ers. And let me see.
What'd you say, Roger Craig?
Roger Craig. Yeah, get that, Roger Craig. 2 Super Bowls.
Oh, he was a running back.
Yeah. But he got in finally. I kind of knew his name, but like I said, I could not pick him out from a lineup if I saw him. Even if for $1 million, I wouldn't be able to get it. He came out second round, in 83, drafted number 49 from Nebraska. So, 2 Super Bowls. You got it? Who he won the Super Bowl with?
I think we were right with the 49ers.
Yep. That was back when what's the name was slinging that with Jerry Rice and them. Had to be. Now the last person going into the Hall of Fame this year is one of my favorite people. You got it?
No, I just learned. Oh, they said that he was the first running back to gain more than 1,000 yards rushing and 1,000 yards receiving in the same season in 1985. Since then, only Marshall Faulk and Christian McCaffrey have been able to do that.
Yep. So thank God he finally got in. He was so excited. You know, they show a clip of the people going to tell him they're going in. Oh, he was just so excited. He was just jumping and it was beautiful. Beautiful. And last but not least, going into the Hall of Fame in 2026 is Adam Vinatieri. He played from 1996 to 2019.
That's the clutch kicker.
Clutch.
All time right there.
All-time leading scorer, 2,673 points over 2 decades. 4 Super Bowls. 4 Super Bowls, 3 Pro Bowls, and 3 All-Pro first teams. Listen. He is the 3rd full-time kicker to go in. The 3rd kicker to go in. Adam Vinatieri. Listen. You say his name, he come on the field, it was just automatic.
You already knew the Colts was going to get some points. Anytime I heard him, was like, hey, fantasy football, that would have been that's the kicker everybody's trying to get.
Yes. So that's the Pro Bowl game is tomorrow night, guys, on NBC at 8 p.m.
They don't have a coach going in this year?
I didn't see one. I just got that information. Now, if it is a coach,
I got you.
Look and see.
Let's see. Hall of Fame.
Since she picked that, since she said coaches, we're gonna talk about all these coaches changes.
I mean, we did that. I mean, the only reason I said it is because remember the whole big issue of Bill Belichick not getting into the Hall of Fame this year. So that's why I'm like, I know that there had to be somebody else was in it.
You know, I think Bill Belichick. I don't know why he didn't get in. I don't know if it's his extracurricular activities off the field. With the young girl? Listen, that looked, I hate to say it, but that looks so inappropriate. That just looks inappropriate.
I guess there isn't a coach this year. That's probably why they was fighting for it too, because Roger Craig was their senior inductee, and they were like they had a coach. Also, still don't understand why they dropped it, but hopefully they will change these rules for next year.
So, speaking of coaches, there are so many coaches changes this year that I was like, what? They were firing folks left and right.
We're just giving a recap because most of the time, if you're like me, you kind of forget all the moves that happened during the season, like the off season from March to August, September that you be like, oh, I forgot they left. I forgot that move. I mean, except for the major ones, but other people you kind of be like, oh. So this is also a recap of what's going on, that to remind everybody what happened during this offseason, because a lot happened.
A lot happened. Now, my thing is, one sheet is not in alphabetical order. The other one is. So, Arizona Cardinals, they got Mike LaFleur and Nathan Hackett. I don't know what they're gonna do with Nathan Hackett as an offensive coordinator. He sucked everywhere he went. So I don't know what they're planning on doing with him. They got rid of Kyler Murray.
I was about to say Kyler ain't there no more, so he is not the
he can't be the scapegoat this year. So I just don't know what they're gonna do. I'm not really excited. I'm glad Larry Fitzgerald going in. That's the only good thing I can say about the Cardinals this year. Now, the next team on the list in alphabetical order,
Atlanta Falcons. Of course.
Falcons.
Yeah. We have a whole conversation about them then.
We're gonna talk all about. Okay, so first of all, they got Kevin Stefanski from the Cleveland Browns.
They're still mixed. They're still mixed reviews on him. Some people are like excited for him because of the fact of he didn't really have a squad in Cleveland, and his first 2 years he made them go to playoffs and stuff, and he didn't really have a team. But then also at the same time, all the stuff with Shador too made them be like, oh, we can't do it.
Hey, Jamar.
Hi. I can't see the comments, so
I know we got to get back upgraded. I will get us back upgraded so we can put the comments.
I have to put them on the side. I have to click when you look. I have to do it that way. It doesn't help me, but I have to go back. Okay. I probably will.
We'll get that straight before the season start. I promise.
All right.
But yeah, so y'all got Kevin Stefanski and Tommy Rees. Now,
which was a Notre Dame coach. I was talking to my friend earlier about that. He's a big Notre Dame fan. I said I am too, but that's for other reasons. But that's actually pretty. I mean,
hey, you got rid of Raheem Morris, and y'all won those last few games, and I just knew that was going to save his job. I
knew the offensive coordinator was going to leave. If anything, I would have been yelling for him to leave and then Raheem, but
that's what I thought.
They saw fit otherwise, but hey.
And you kept the doggone defensive coordinator, couldn't stop a flea. That's who should have been gone.
No, defensive coordinator was cool. Okay. I was fine with our defense was actually pretty good.
Okay.
Right now, I'm really hurt. We are all hurting right now, which we'll talk about later when it comes to
talk about it now.
I'm not. I'm gonna hold in my tears because we're talking about coaches right now. But yes, let's just say I'm interested to see what's going to happen and how he's going to coach and if we make it to playoffs.
Okay. Next team, coach change, Baltimore Ravens. Now, they fired Harbaugh quick. I don't know what was going on in that camp over there, but they got rid of him. Offense coordinator, defensive coordinator, everybody gone. So they got Jesse Mentor and Declan Doyle and Anthony Weaver. Well, I knew the defensive coordinator was going away because they won't stop in nobody. And this offensive coordinator, he came from, he was a Chicago Bears offensive coordinator last year under Ben Johnson. Now, Ben Johnson calls the plays for Chicago, but he was the offensive coordinator. Now, this is a new offensive coordinator again for Lamar Jackson.
And that's going to be Ravens fans, along with fans. You know, we haven't gotten to y'all, but I'm still shocked at y'all. I am still very
shocked. I'm shocked over that one.
What, John Harbaugh? I was very shocked on John Harbaugh. I didn't expect that to happen. And but we kind of had a feeling it was coming, though. We did, because
we did.
We saw the turmoil that we were seeing between, you were telling, like, during the season about Lamar and the coaching staff. So, and I mean, Lamar's their moneymaker. So if he ain't happy, you know.
And he was looking very healthy sitting on the sideline.
Healthy is the key word. That's a funny part.
He was looking a little healthy on the sideline, but that was the key. He was on the sideline. So now this one shocked me. The Buffalo Bills fired Sean McDermott.
I was also shocked. Yeah, we had you know what? Let me pause right quick, and we'll have a nice little AFC coaches. AFC teams, what were y'all doing this season? What was y'all doing with y'all's coaches? Y'all fired like some of the best coaches, and we were like, what the world? I know y'all's teams. I get it. Y'all are like, oh my God, we should be doing better. But y'all were consistent, though. Okay? What do you want? Do you want to lose and be trying to figure out inconsistency, or you want to be consistently winning and just trying to get the next level? Like, what was up with that? Sad part is Sean ain't even got no job yet. I think he ain't got no job.
I don't see his name on this list nowhere. So that's something else going on there that we don't know about for him not to have a job. What you say?
I lied. I forgot. He did. Wait. He was doing something where I saw he was something with the Panthers. He was out there doing something with them.
He was okay. No, I don't see. Okay, I don't see it. Look, I got 100 pages over here.
It was a while ago. Oh, okay. 5 years ago, they said that he was visiting the Rams.
Well, he was visiting, but he ain't getting no job.
We're still working on that.
So,
what you don't understand, it's like he should have been able to get a job. There are certain coaches I feel like they should have picked him up immediately, but maybe he just want to take the season off. I don't know.
Maybe. But they got Pete Carmichael as the offensive coordinator, and they promoted the offensive coordinator to head coach, Joe Brady.
Yeah.
Joe Brady, and they got a new defensive coordinator. So the Bills should look like a whole new team. Although they still got Josh Allen, they should still look like a whole new team. And your boy just got another extension. Your sweetheart.
Who's my sweetheart?
From the Bills, who's your sweetheart? Number 4.
Lamar! I'm like, wait, I'm sorry. I threw me off. It's number 3, boo. It's number 3.
That's number 3?
It's 3.
I knew it was 3 or 4. One of them little low numbers.
It's my one. It's actually, but yes, yeah. Sorry, I was reading about Sean McDermott. He's actually, the Rams look like they're pretty interested in him. The Rams trying to stack up this year. Another play, more ways than one.
Yeah. So the next team with coaches changes was the Chicago Bears. Now, we're not talking about players. We're just talking about coaches. So let me stay focused. Press Taylor is the new offensive coordinator for the Bears. Now, he is a young guy, and he spent his previous seasons working closely with Jalen Hurts in Philly. I ain't gonna say Jalen been struggling, but they won that Super Bowl, but he been going through some issues over there. He got married and all that good stuff, but he been going through he didn't have a lot of trouble on the field, and he was steady Eddie, but it's a lot of change. The personnel, the players didn't seem happy. Let me just say that.
Well, I mean, that's why AJ. Well, I mean, that's why AJ goes.
Yeah, and I'm gonna talk about something he said in an interview I saw just yesterday or day before yesterday. Really, it rang out something that really, I was like, oh, he used that word. Okay, that's a powerful word to use. But yeah, so we're gonna finish with these coaches right quick. Cleveland Browns. They got Todd Monken from the Ravens. And they got Travis Switzer as offensive coordinator and Mike Ruttenberg as the defensive coordinator. So they all brand new over there. They don't know who they want.
They ain't got no defense now. their defense is officially.
So we don't know what they're gonna do.
They ain't got no offense nor defense now.
They ain't got nothing, and they don't know what they want to do with the quarterback. But we'll talk about that in a minute. So Dallas Cowboys,
no,
huh?
So that seems like that's a big issue right now. Question mark. A lot of people right now.
Big issue, and I got some stuff I want to say about that. But let's finish with these coaches right quick. Dallas, they still kept Brian Schottenheimer, Clayton Adams, but they added Christian Parker as the defensive coordinator. I have no idea who he is. I don't even know who he is. I don't know who that is.
You said Christian Parker.
Christian Parker. I don't know who he is.
It looks like he used to be for the Eagles. Hold up, I got you.
Yeah, come on with it, because I don't see his name on my list over here, and I don't know why his name is not.
He's now a defensive coordinator for the Cowboys, like you said. He previously had he was the defensive coach for the Packers, Broncos, and Eagles. Okay. He also spent the analyst at Texas A&M and Notre Dame. So
okay.
Wow. All right. Okay.
All right. So
yeah, he was just the passing game coordinator and defensive backs coordinator coach for the Eagles, 24-5. So
okay. Now next, the Denver Broncos, who looked really good last year. They kept Sean Payton, but they got a Davis Webb now as the offensive coordinator. I don't know how that's going to change what Bo Nix will do, but this little article said one of the most intriguing first-time offensive coordinators heading into 2026. He was a former NFL quarterback, spent time with the Giants and the Bills. And he has a strong relationship with Bo Nix during his time as a Denver quarterback coach. So that might be good for Bo. He was good. Bo was good.
Bo was good.
So they were a little on the dangerous side. Their defense was decent, but we're going to not talk about that. We're just talking coaches. Detroit Lions, listen.
Oh, once Ben
every year they got a new coach.
It's like it just
they just cannot keep them coordinators over there. David, they got Drew Betzing. I listen. Dan Campbell ain't going nowhere, but they just keep bringing in these new coordinators. He was 3 seasons of offensive coordinator with Arizona. That don't impress me at all. At all. That I maybe that's his buddy or something. I don't know, but that don't impress me at all. Now he did a little stint under Kevin Stefanski, but yet and still, I just don't see where that's going to do the Lions any good. And I got something else to say about the Lions when we get to when we get to them, when we get to play it. Now Kansas City. I'm jumping ahead. Green Bay Packers. They kept their head coach and their offensive coordinator, but they added Jonathan Gannon as the defensive coordinator.
Did every team make a coaching change this year?
Nope, not every team. Nope.
Look, most teams.
I highlighted the ones. I made sure I highlighted the ones that did, because I was like, wait a minute, I got to get this together here. Wait a minute, because all the teams did not. Okay, but Houston did not make any. Colts did not make any. Jaguars did not make any. Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I said this last year and the year before. I said the Chiefs ain't been no good since they got rid of Eric Bieniemy. I said it when he was in Washington. I said it. Patrick was going to get that man back. I said it. As soon as the season was over, who went back to the Kansas City Chiefs?
Yeah, and had a whole tragedy happen.
Yeah, he had a whole tragedy. The son shot the mama, the wife. That's just crazy. But
about to say that. When they said that, I was like, wait, isn't he the Commanders? But he did end up going. He went back.
Yeah, he went back. They had no choice. They did not look good at all without him. Now, he may not be a good head coach. He could not get a head coaching job. All that's well and good. I tell you what, though, he was the best offensive coordinator they had, and the Chiefs was winning Super Bowls with him. They're going to be dangerous again this year.
Debatable, but okay.
Debatable, but I believe he's going to bring something back to the table.
They won't be as bad as they were last year.
Of course not.
But Pat is back.
He's back.
He's back.
The newlywed is back.
Congratulations.
The newlywed is back, but we'll talk about that. Now, Las Vegas Raiders, they just cleaned the house. They cleaned the house. They needed to. They needed to. They got Clint Kubiak, Andre Janocko, and Rob Leonard. They needed to clean house. They 8 or 9 seasons, they ain't made no playoffs. They ain't done nothing. What's the name? Tried to go to the Browns. They tried to get Max Crosby. He flunked the physical. He couldn't go. He had to go try right back to Vegas. So that's a whole nother story. Now, the Chargers.
That was it.
We're going to stay on the coaches because I want to talk about these players so bad.
The players are, because they're the ones that make everything great. They make everything. When I am doing fantasy football, I'm not drafting coaches, I'm drafting players.
We're going to get through these coaches real quick. The Chargers, they kept Jim Harbaugh, but they brought in Mike McDonald, who got fired from the Dolphins, and they brought in Chris O'Leary. I recognize that name, Chris O'Leary. I recognize that name. I couldn't tell you nothing about him, but I recognize the name from somewhere. But that's it. They changed everything over there. We ain't talking about players, so keep moving. New England Patriots did not make any changes, although Mike Vrabel was in trouble with the little side piece.
Wait, I missed that.
You missed the Mike Vrabel trouble with the side piece.
Totally missed that one.
Girl, they got video of them hanging out and all hugged up and everything, and that's been going on for years. Yeah, look it up. He got busted real good, and he took a little time off to go try to save his marriage and everything. That's not a good look. Now, I don't know how that's going to affect the team any at all. Sam talking about the Saints make a playoff.
Oh, here this man go. Welcome back, Sam. Here this one go.
Look. Okay, let me stay focused. All right, so now the New Orleans Saints did not make any coaching changes. The New York Giants cleaned house. They made all these changes. They got John Harbaugh from Baltimore. They got Matt Nagy. He was with Chicago at one point. He went somewhere else. He did a little something. He won Coach of the Year in 2018 with the Bears, and then he spent 3 seasons with Kansas City as the offensive coordinator when they weren't doing nothing. So
last season and the season before that.
Yeah, so I don't know what the Giants gonna do, but we'll see.
They have a better shot just because of the fact of the matter is that John Harbaugh's there, and that already gives rank. So they get a little bit until we start talking about players. But yes, right now, as coaching wise, they get a.
Now, this team, the Jets, Jets, Jets. Now, they did not fire Aaron Glenn.
You think this is going to be his last season if he don't do it right?
If he don't do right, they need to get rid of him because he run up and down the sideline like they done won the Super Bowl, and he was a good coordinator when he was coordinating, but he was not a good coach. I told you that first week when he fired that waved that boy that first game, that was not a good move. And he lost that team right then. He lost that whole locker room right then because they were scared to play. They were scared to make a mistake. They couldn't talk to him. He was just my way or the highway, kind of old school. I'm an old school kind of person. However, you got to remember who you're talking to. And these millionaires now, you can't just talk to them like you talk to your children. You can't do it.
They're a little sensitive.
They're extra sensitive. But they brought in Frank Reese, who was the head coach at the Colts. And they got Brian Duker. I listen. Frank was coach of the year in 2018 with the Colts. We'll see what he do. I don't know how much he'll do with Glenn as the head coach.
I mean, if you ain't got any players to coach, I don't feel like there's anything to do. So,
yeah. And we're gonna talk about the players that they got. So
you mean no?
This next team, the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, they got another offensive coordinator, Sean Mannion. Jalen Hurts cannot get any stability over there with offensive coordinators. Now, is it him can't work with them or they can't work with him? What is the issue? Is something going on over there in that camp? Now, because the word that AJ used, and I'm going to say that when we get to talk about these players, the word that he used made me say, is that the problem? Is that the issue? But moving on, the next team on my list is the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Welcome to having a losing season for the first time in 19 seasons.
Well, the players say they welcome the change, they adjusting and yada. But
what they supposed to say? No, this is BS and throw a whole temper tantrum in front of everybody? Of course not. We all know that they over there talking about something. That was a dumb move. Aaron Rodgers had already did that at the end of the season. He was pissed. Matter of fact, y'all still can't even y'all don't even have y'all's quarterback situation together. So,
All right, so we got Mike McCarthy, who was at my top 5 for a coach. I will admit he was on my list for a coach. But anyway, it don't matter. Brian Angelico, I don't know how to say this name. I don't know where he came from. I don't know who he is. He's quiet. They say he's quiet. He spent the past few seasons with the Minnesota Vikings as the tight end coach. Okay. We'll see how that works. I'll see what kind of plays he calling because what we had wasn't working at all. And Patrick Graham, he's a defensive coordinator. We'll see. We shall see. 49ers. They kept the head coach and the offensive coordinator, but they brought in your boy, Raheem Morris, as the defensive coordinator. Now, then he went back to them because he left them to come to y'all. Now he back to them again.
He should just stick at his defensive coordinator. He was fine. I don't think coaching might be his thing. I mean, he got a whole ring with the Rams.
Yeah, was it the Rams or I thought it was the 49ers. Was it Rams or the 49ers?
He got a ring with the Rams when they went to Super Bowl.
Okay.
Because he was defensive coordinator over there when that was going on.
Okay. Now the Seattle Seahawks, they got a new offensive coordinator. You win the Super Bowl and then you go and mess up everything. But anyway, they got a new offensive coordinator. He's a Shanahan product. He's been with San Francisco 49ers as the run game coordinator and the tight ends coach. Now, his ability to implement the zone blocking principles, use tight end positions creatively, and develop a functioning passing game. We shall see. Because they made some changes over there that just blew my mind with the Seahawks. So we're going to talk about that. We only got couple of more teams. The Buccaneers, they kept Todd Bowles as the head coach.
That's fine with me.
And they picked up Zach Robinson as the offensive coordinator, and they do not have a defensive coordinator.
They also don't have.
Now, Zach came from 2 seasons running the Atlanta offense. That's the one you said should have been gone.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So now he at Tampa Bay.
That's fine. Make them suck even more. Yeah.
And so, they all right. Moving on, because I was getting ready to start talking about players, but we're gonna get through this.
Especially since some of their players ain't their main heavy hitters aren't there anymore. So, do what you do best, Zach. Make them suck.
Now, Tennessee Titans. Robert Saleh from the Jets. He went from the Jets to somewhere. Well, didn't he go to the Vikings as their defensive coordinator somewhere?
I think he did.
I think that's where he was. And now he's back. Now he's head coach of the Titans. Now, their offensive coordinator is the former coach of the year and the disaster from the New York Giants, Brian Daboll. He won coach of the year, and I don't know what happened to him after he won coach of the year. It was like he stopped coaching. The Giants just went. He couldn't do nothing with. I guess he didn't have no players, so that didn't help. But him going in that tent, trying to get that boy out that tent after that injury, that got him fired.
During that Giants, I remember that. Yeah.
That got him fired right then. And they got Gus Bradley as the defensive coordinator. So, all right. And last but not least, the Commanders. They kept Dan Quinn, but they got the offensive coordinator, David Blue, David, and Durante Jones. All right. So that's the coaches changes that I got on my list that I'm mentioning.
Can we, in a minute, we're going to start talking to these comments because, comments be hilarious right now.
Okay, talking about Baltimore. Wait a minute. Y'all might
be going to the ship
and put on a Ravens. Ain't nobody put on no Ravens jersey.
That's a real Ravens fan right there. I
That's
know that.
Fine. Baltimore going to the championship. No, they ain't.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. Because as much as I like Lamar.
Are we on players now? We finally making on players?
Yeah, let's get to players. Let's get to the players. Let me put this coaches list up. Let me get that out the way. Let me move that out the way. I got some stuff here. Let's get that out the way. I don't want to talk about them no more.
Let me get my water right quick. We need to sip some.
Get your water. Get your water. Let's go through these teams here. All right.
Since somebody wants to start off with the Ravens, thinking that they're so amazing.
Let's go with these Ravens. I got a lot of info on these Ravens.
Since
y'all want to talk about these Ravens.
Let's do the. Why would, as a Ravens fan, you come on and you see a Steelers fan and anyone trying to come for her? But that's all right though.
First of all, they finished last year 8-9.
I'm sorry because I knew it was because the Heat was.
No,
coming.
you ain't snorting over there.
I am because I knew the Heat was coming. Go ahead.
Now,
bring the Heat.
They got the new head coach. All right. So now, but Lamar, let's talk about Lamar. He's 76-31. All right. He's got the 5th highest winning percentage since 1950. In the regular season, let's stay there. He is only one of 2 quarterbacks to win multiple MVPs before winning a Super Bowl.
You should have won a third one, but he got a little cheated.
Yeah, he should have. He should have. Now, his passer rating has been super, super high. His accuracy has been off the charts. But last year was his lowest season as far as rushing yards was concerned. Now they got 2 new guards and a new center.
They also let go of his target that he always liked to do. Isaiah Likely is no longer there.
No longer there. No longer there. They still got Derrick Henry, who has 4 seasons of 1,500 yards or more and 15 or more rushing touchdowns, most all time. They still got him, which is good.
And they still have Mark Andrews.
And they still got Flowers, who just got his extension, who says he wants Lamar to get his extension. Lamar ain't going to get nothing till he prove himself this season.
Maybe when you guys actually, Zay, when you don't drop balls either and mess stuff up.
Yes. So, now.
But what did they do? But one good thing they did was they re-signed, if Lamar, because unfortunately I don't want to put bad juju out there, but he's probably going to end up hurting himself somehow this season because he can never stay healthy the entire season. Now I won't say that he'll be out the whole season, but he will somehow be sitting on the bench one time. But they did a great job by keeping Tyler Huntley, who actually can mimic Lamar, and they actually know what they're doing. He's doing. Unlike what they did last season when they decided to do Cooper Rush, and we thought, oh, that could be good, and then realized, no, that wasn't great. That was not a
Cooper Rush. Ain't he in Atlanta now?
Yes, he is now, but we haven't gotten into my team yet. Okay, we're talking about the.
Okay, we're gonna stay with you.
All right, so then focus on the Ravens, the people that you don't like, your biggest rival.
Now they got a new offensive coordinator again. So once again, he got to learn how to work with somebody else new. Which that can be a challenge in itself when you try to get used to dealing with a certain personality and a certain technique. Now here we go again. He got another offensive coordinator. Oh baby, he can't win for losing. He can't win for losing. So we'll see what they do. I don't know. I'm not. What was it last year before? I picked them to win. I picked them to go all. I was just all Ravens. Although I know
you were.
I'm a realistic. I'm a Steelers fan, but I'm a realistic football fan, and I was all in on the Ravens. But no, they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it again. So anyway, now. Let's stay with the AFC for a minute.
You think they're gonna make playoffs this year? I feel like it's a little early. We gotta wait. We're gonna do that one in a minute. We'll do that.
We'll do that one later.
We gotta do our predictions later because we haven't seen these because preseason officially starts tomorrow, so we can see what everybody's. Even though I really don't like preseason that much.
Yeah, because you don't see nobody. You don't see the stars anyway. So what's the purpose? Half of the folks playing in the preseason game gonna get cut anyhow. So what's the purpose?
I mean, making sure that the backups can do their job. That's pretty much what that is. Backups can do their job.
Okay, if you say so. Let's stay with the AFC North. Now the Cleveland Browns.
Boy. That moment Myles Garrett told y'all, he said deuces and went to the Rams.
Now.
And y'all still can't figure out a quarterback, can y'all?
That should not even be a debate.
It shouldn't be a debate, but apparently it still is. Oh, he can officially play now?
Listen, Deshaun Watson should return all of the money to the NFL. He has not played in an NFL game since October 24. And he wasn't good then. He ain't been no good since he left Houston and committed all of them crimes, which I know he committed. And whoever signed that contract with him should be put in the penitentiary. That was just wrong all kinds of wrong, all kinds of, it should have been illegal. He should have been charged. I would check his bank account. I would check all his betting stuff, all that. That just should never have happened. That should never have happened. He ain't been no good since he left Houston.
Now that part is facts.
That's facts. That's just facts.
But now, also, I mean, he did end up going to a team that didn't really have anything either. So
he ain't got. Let me tell you something. As a retired social worker, I can tell you this. When you got all that junk going on in your head and you trying to cover up all them lies, you can't remember no plays. You can't stay focused. You can't do nothing because you're trying to still cover up all them lies, all that junk you done over there. So, no. He ain't no good for nobody, no team. Get out the NFL and get back some of that money. Now, Shedeur, he had 1,400 yards, 7 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, rushed 469 yards, and 1 rushing touchdown.
I still trying to figure out what's the debate about. It should be that he should already start one.
Just go ahead and let him start. They tried Dylan Gabriel, whatever his name is. He won't no good either. So just go ahead and let the boy get it acclimated. You got rid of Myles Garrett. You got a young team. Just go young and go with it.
I mean, they literally let Shedeur finish out the season. He literally finished out the season for them. And was actually, everybody said if he would have been in the game the whole entire time, they probably would have had a way better record, let alone it made some type of more noise in the north. So
something. But I'm not really excited about seeing the only thing about the Browns I'm excited about is the possibility of Shedeur getting his opportunity. That's the only thing I'm excited about. He's been quiet. He's been doing a lot of stuff in the community. I would like to see him get his opportunity. Staying in the AFC North, the Bengals.
I hope that Joe Burrow this offseason, really worked on his mental health. Don't look at me like that because we already know that was really one of the main things. Joe got in the way of himself because he was mentally not there. So I hope that during this offseason that he literally stepped away from football and worked on himself because I don't want to see him crying this year at the podium. I mean, I felt sorry. Now you guys don't. I don't want to seem like I'm insensitive or anything like that. But okay. I really don't want to see him at the podium like crying, like saying that it's not fun anymore. And when you say that it's not fun anymore, that means that you're not there, and it's time.
You're not there.
And he had a lot going on, and I feel like he needs to. I hope this season he really did like step away for a minute and really. Because I feel like it was way more than football. It was definitely bigger than football at that moment. He was talking about he wasn't winning. It was like he had ups and downs. One week he was like, yeah, he was proud to be a Bengal. And the next week he was like, it's not fun anymore. I just don't want to do this.
Now, I just saw a nice article on Andrew Luck who said that's why he quit. It wasn't the injuries. He just wasn't having fun anymore. He didn't like it anymore. He just didn't like it anymore. He didn't feel like he was all in. He did not feel 100% committed to football. So, Joe, cool Joe, you know I love you. I did a whole special on Joe Burrows. I like him, but now they said that he's going to do more under the center snaps this season. They signed Jonathan Allen and they traded for defensive tackle Dexter Lawrence from the Giants. Okay. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, how I was explaining to my friend earlier today, we were having a conversation about this, and we were talking about how, like, in a sense where the Bengals and the Browns were like complete opposites of like their things. Like the Bengals have a great offense altogether, but their defense wouldn't do anything that the offense always had to make up for. And then also that all of that ends up putting on Joe and the offensive line. That's why Joe was always getting hurt trying to do something. Then you, on the flip side, the Browns don't even have an offense. I don't even know if it exists. It's brown. It's like doo doo. It ain't there. Like it's in the toilet. But their defense was on point. Hence why they could stay in games, because of our great Myles Garrett. Now that Myles they allowed him to leave, and Myles was like chunk up the deuce as fast as he could, which is, you can't even get mad at him. He always keeps getting defensive player of the year, all this stuff, all these accolades, but he can't even get nothing. Like they don't even get towards like playoffs or anything. So I can't even get mad at him for doing it. But now, like, it's almost like if the Browns had the Bengals offense and the Bengals had the Browns defense, that's a complete team right there. For like kind of did that way, but the Bees did not flip together. So it's gonna be interesting. The Browns, I feel so.
It's gonna be interesting.
The Bengals, I feel like they're trying. I feel like they stack up on offense, but they don't really do well on defense. Like they don't go into draft thinking defense like they should.
Now, it was something I was getting ready to say. Let me make sure before I open my mouth. I think they were the only team in the AFC North that did not make any coaching changes.
The Bengals, I think.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Everybody else, all the teams in the AFC North got rid of their head coaches. So we'll see if that makes any difference. And last but not least, in the AFC North, the Steelers.
Yeah, she had to do so. Yeah, you guys, she had to do her team last.
Now, it took me a long time.
The Steelers feel. How is it going to feel like really being like having a losing record this year?
Listen. I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna say this on the air. Let me say this. I
don't think it really has hit you guys for real yet, but I really do think that y'all are gonna have y'all's first losing season.
A part of me. Okay, I'm gonna say this out loud.
Also, you have another Steelers fan on here because they literally shouted me out talking about something.
Steelers Nation, forgive me for this, but there's a part of me that kind of wants us to have a losing season.
Oh,
so let me say why.
Come on and explain.
So y'all can see how great Tomlin really was.
You were saying that he needed to leave.
Listen. I said we needed a change. I know, and I've been having mixed emotions. I've been all over the place. I went into a depression behind it. I
you
was
had the stages of grief. Basically.
I had to. It was just like he died. It was like death. I went through all of the stages, and I was in denial. I was grieving. I was depressed. All of that because Tomlin was gone.
But you was also happy though.
I was happy because I know his voice got stale because I got tired of hearing the same answers every week at the press conference. You can't have the same answer every week for the game. Come on now.
It didn't matter. He was consistent, and y'all consistently had winning seasons. So, like I said,
but
guys started first.
Just like Lamar, we had good regular seasons and nothing in the playoffs. And that did have to change. So,
well, I guess, it's about to change that y'all not going to have nothing in the regular season, meaning y'all can't even make it to the postseason.
Now, Aaron Rodgers stayed because of Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, because they used to play That's the only reason why. Other than that, he wanted to leave. He was already
wanted to leave. Now,
DK Metcalf last season. This is for real his
last season.
No, this is for real his last season.
Now we got Mike Pittman from the Colts. TJ didn't have that baby, and I'm gonna say this I believe they're going to try to use him different this year because you could predict what he was going to do last year. You could predict what he was going to do. Cam Hayward, they even gave him some more money in a new contract again.
Dang, I'm kind of sad I won't get a chance to see that TJ Miles Garrett matchup. That joke was always great watching them two. So TJ will be on point too.
He was. Now we got a new running back. Tandem, and supposedly what is how you say his name? Dowdle Rico. Is that how you say his name? Dowdle. I think that's his name. I read an article that said he done kind of moved Jaylen Warren out of the way. Jaylen is little, and I hate we couldn't keep Najee Harris because Najee was 1,000 yards every year. But him and Tomlin was bumping heads because he was sick of Tomlin too. Mm-hmm. But I believe if we could have kept him and Jaylen Warren together, that was an excellent combination in the backfield. But it was too much friction between him and Tomlin. Because when he first got there, he loved Tomlin. But after 2 years, you keep hearing the same thing over and over and over again. You get tired of it. So, boom, bam. I don't know what we're going to do. Defense wins championships. I don't know what Patrick Graham is going to do as far as defensive coordinator. But Iowa should have got fired in the middle of the season, just like they fired off Canada in the middle of the season. So I don't know.
At least you don't have to worry about Mike Smith anymore.
Thank God. So anyway, I don't know what we're going to do. The AFC North, the Ravens have got. We said we ain't gonna pick that, but
looking at them right now, we ain't gonna whatchamacallit because they over there thinking that they about to have the AFC North is about to be it used to be strong. This season, I would probably pick the Bengals to take all of it because I have no faith in you guys. Sorry.
Yeah, I
have no faith in you guys. Maybe in week 1. I know we play y'all week 1, but I mean. Yeah,
definitely no faith in the Browns. Definitely no faith in the Browns.
I ain't got no faith in the Browns and the Ravens. I ain't got really no faith in them either. I would have, if they would have kept the stuff. The only team that didn't change anything was the Bengals, and they're the people I probably would go for.
Yeah.
If Joe Burrow has a spiritual, mental, and emotional and a physical health.
If he can stay healthy,
in all those areas, I would choose the Bengals. But yeah.
Now, staying in the AFC, the Bills. They fired McDermott,
which was dumb too.
But this one, what got me? They got DJ Moore from Chicago.
Dumbest move ever, Chicago. One of the dumbest moves.
I don't know how that happened or why that happened.
I don't know, but Josh was happy. That man said, I got a person to throw to. Another person. Hey. And who knows? And he be DJ Moore and his timing, them timing routes he just be getting
unbelievable catches.
Sometimes
I don't know what Caleb's gonna do without him. I just
cry.
Well,
actually, let's see. His quarterback percentage was never 70%. So
he didn't get to the 70 that they
he wasn't close to it. So he's about to probably go back down to like the 40s.
Yeah. So now we'll see what the Bills do. It's a big adjustment now. It may not be as big of an adjustment because Joe Brady was already in the building as the offensive coordinator. So he got promoted. So there's a little continuity, consistency there for Josh. So that might be a good thing.
But then they'll just see how the coach, but it would just be more of how he'll transition more from thinking as a offensive coordinator only to now a whole thing of it. So that'll be interesting. But I mean, we can stick with them.
Now, staying in that conference, the Dolphins. Listen, I knew they had to get rid of McDaniel.
Speaking of which, where is he?
He went to the offensive coordinator at. I just said it. I just had it. He offensive coordinator.
Oh, the Chargers.
Yeah.
I forgot about him. Yeah.
He ran some good plays. I mean, what was it, last season, year before? Tua was leading in passing yardage. He was unbelievable. But them Tua concussions and the way he handled that got him fired. So I don't know what the Dolphins gonna do. And the front office is still in trouble. Huh?
I said I didn't realize that Cheetah was still unsigned.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And they got rid of what's her name? Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, he went to the Broncos.
Yeah, so Bo is happy.
Bo is very happy.
Bo is very happy over there. So I don't know what the Dolphins gonna look like. Who really cares? But we'll see. And that used to be my second team years ago when they had Mercury Morris. That was my second team. But
what year was that? I'm sorry.
Watch yourself.
I didn't mean it. I promise.
It was in the 70s.
It was in the what?
70s, early 80s.
With a name like Mercury, I definitely knew it was.
Yeah. It was the Don Shula years.
Okay. Well, I said, what year was that? Okay. Next tip in the AFC.
Whatever.
Next tip in the AFC East are
now New England.
Yep, the Patriots.
Now they went to the Super Bowl with Drake May. Now I don't know if the players lost any respect for their coach with his off-season fiasco.
Really? You really think the players had a whole thing with him and when it comes to a cheating scandal with his wife? Probably not. Half of the players are probably cheating.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Half of the players are probably cheating on their wives and girlfriends, so they not getting anything on that.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too old-fashioned in that I think that it has a level now. Speaking, wait a minute, let me get my facts. It's not like
he hit his wife, what some of the players do to their wives.
Yeah, but now AJ said.
Oh yes, because AJ is officially a Patriot.
He said he's playing for somebody that he can respect. I said, oh.
So who is he trying to take who was that for a jab at?
The coach.
Oh.
So was that at the head coach, Sirianni? Because he played for Mike in Tennessee before he got to the Eagles. So he likes the way he coaches him. He got in him. He dropped the pass. I think his first pass in practice, he dropped it and he jumped in him. He was okay with that. What was I giving? What did I say? What I wrote down? I wrote something.
I don't know. I don't have your paper.
Oh, 4 years, $68 million. The wide receiver. And they got Tucker as a guard and Landry. Now Drake had a very high passer rating, very high, and their safety had 7 interceptions, 93 tackles. He came from the Bears. The Bears lost their biggest defender, Kevin Byard, B-Y-A-R-D, the third. He left Chicago and went to the Patriots. Will they make it back to the Super Bowl again? Josh McDaniels is one of the best offensive coordinators ever in the NFL. I said it. I'll continue to say it. So they may make it back again because he draws up such good plays. And with Drake being a good quarterback, that could be a big issue.
I mean, but the Bills, even though they... Oh, sugar.
What?
Look, I'm over here looking at my things going on. I just realized that Romeo Doubs also went to the Patriots.
Yeah, that's the receiver I'm talking about. Dobbs.
And also, what my other thing? I just saw it as I was like skimming through this again.
Yeah, they gave him $68 million, 4 years, $68 million.
Oh, and then CJ Gardner went to the Bills.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're gonna be interesting. I feel like there's gonna be an interesting Patriots Bills.
Yeah, it'll be between the two of them because the fact that they made it to the Super Bowl last year and didn't win, they got a taste of it, so they know how hard they've got to play to get there. So they may be back to the old Patriots again.
Possibly, but then also we got to go with the Bills again. They literally had technically last year they had it in front of them to say, this is your road. There's no Pat. Pat was out. Lamar was out. All the people, Joe, every obstacle that could have basically told them no was out. Was nowhere near to be found. It was an open road, sunshine and rainbows with the light just saying, "Come."
But back to my point I said last year and the year before, Josh Allen ain't all that. He all right, but he ain't all that. That's what I'm gonna leave it at that. Now we still in the AFC. We did the North and the East.
No, we missed one more. We missed one more team in the East.
Oh, the Jets. Jets.
Like we missing one team.
No, we ain't.
That's fine. We don't really have to say. The only thing
we say is the only thing I'm gonna say about the Jets is
Geno went back to them.
They got Geno back.
That's it.
And they got Minka Fitzpatrick.
Not enough to make any noise.
They got rid of Justin Fields. He went to Kansas City. So
CJ Gardner left. So
I believe this will be Glenn Allen's last year coaching at the Jets as a head coach. I'm gonna just say that. I don't see them doing nothing unless Geno go back to how he was playing 2 seasons ago when he was a comeback player of the year, or was it 3?
When you said that when he was with Seattle and you said that he was when he wasn't, was that when he was eating meat?
Yeah, he was still eating meat then.
Yeah, that was it.
He was eating meat then. So if he go back to playing like that, then okay.
Wait, I totally forgot that one though.
What?
The Dolphins, they did only maybe one thing possibly that make us go, and he better be their
starter
with it. Totally forgot that Malik Willis is now their quarterback.
Yes, I forgot.
But I have to skim in all this stuff, you guys.
Yes, yeah, we that might help them. That might help. I forgot. You're right. I forgot about Malik. I wanted him, and Tomlin wanted him when he was coming out of college, but we didn't get him. He was very good last year. He was very good. So we'll see how that works out with the new coaches over there in the Dolphins camp. Mm-hmm. That might be a good thing. Okay. Matter of fact, he was supposed to be making, he was trying to come to our back to school gospel explosion. He's the grandson or nephew of one of my church members at my church. And he was supposed to be making a recording for us, but he didn't do that either. But anyway, okay.
He's a little busy right now.
He's a little busy. But he was supposed to have been doing that before he got busy. But anyway, all right. So we down AFC South. Do we have to?
Yes.
The Tennessee Titans.
Okay, we can fast forward them really fast, but certain teams we can just fast forward. But
the Titans, we're gonna fast forward through the Titans.
I mean, we could just say one or two things about them.
Okay, what you want to say about them? I ain't got no notes on them.
I wanted you to start it off.
I ain't got no note on them. Not one note on the Titans do I have.
Going back through this.
I don't have an A note on them. I didn't get none. But they had that horrible rookie quarterback. He was horrible.
Speaking of that, yes, you guys, has anybody sat and watched the quarterback series this season? I have not yet, but Cam Ward is on that. So I do need to watch it so I can tell you guys what Cam was thinking during this process. So that's going to be my goal next time, to be able to tell y'all what was Cam's thought getting his butt whooped in when he first came in.
I'm not. And Will Levis say he's confident in his ability coming back from injury. Okay, I
mean, maybe the only thing for them right now, only thing I can say about the city for Tennessee Titans in Nashville is I know they're working on a new stadium. Okay. And they have Super Bowl in 2030. That's all I know.
Okay. All right.
Okay, that was good. Yeah.
Okay, moving right along to the Indianapolis Colts. Wow. I had a couple of notes on the Colts. Daniel Jones has been cleared to practice.
He's been practicing, and he says that they're not even questioning what happened to him.
They were looking amazing until he got hurt. They were looking absolutely fabulous. Now, that other boy, is he still there? Richardson, is he still there? Or did they get rid of him yet?
Who?
What was his first name? The other quarterback that they had that Daniel Jones took over for.
Oh, Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, him. He started off like he was going to be something, and he won't nothing. He stayed hurt.
Oh, dang. I didn't realize. Oops. I do have one more thing to backtrack on the Tennessee Titans for.
What you got?
I didn't realize that Wan'Dale Robinson from the Giants is now over at the Titans, and he actually is enjoying it over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I lost my spot there. Hold on.
You talking about Anthony Richardson, about how he plays, yeah.
He was a bust. He was a total bust. I was excited for him when he first came in, but he could not stay healthy. Every week it was his finger, it was his leg, it was his toe, it was something. It was always something with him. And he was a bust. I ain't got nothing else to say about them.
That's it.
That's it. Next team. In that division.
Texas.
Where was we? Listen. They would not give CJ his money. CJ ain't been good since his rookie season.
CJ cut his hair off, so maybe that might give us.
Well, maybe that'll give him some Samson strength back or something. I don't know.
That would have been the opposite, right? But
now they did get David Montgomery from the Lions, running back, and they got Montreal Washington, and they signed how you say his name? Jadeveon Clowney. We drafted him, and he was a bust for us, but he's doing all right over there.
But he was already with them originally, though.
Yeah,
that was when he first went. Yeah, but he was like, because he was one of the best, like, top defensive players in the draft the year that he got drafted, and it was a disappointment because he kept on getting hurt.
Yes,
not the same. But they let go of was it Joe Mixon?
Yeah, and they got David Montgomery from the Lions, who was amazing.
Yes, and then what is his name? You keep talking about the Texans. I gotta remember his name.
They got Juice Scruggs. They exchanged the lineman. They got Juice Scruggs, and they got rid of somebody. I didn't write that down, but they got in him. So I want them to be good because their defense is awesome. They looked very good. Like I say, his rookie season, and it was their head coach rookie season. And they looked amazing. But he ain't done nothing since.
That's what I wanted.
DeMarco Ryans. And they made no coaching changes. So maybe they will get back to their winning ways. Hopefully they will. I don't know. But I think Jacksonville
Duval, as they like to say. Oh yeah, Nico Collins is back. That's who I was trying to remember.
Yeah, Nico Collins. Okay. I do believe though the Jaguars will take the AFC South. We're not going into a lot of detail, but they were close last year.
They were our sleeper. If we had to do our teams, if we gave them superlatives, they would have been my sleeper team because and we used to say it too, because during the games we would be like, oh, this is who won, and we'll be like, Jacksonville won, and then we'll be like, we just kept going on. And I'll never forget, it was probably like week 10 that we was like, Jacksonville been making a lot of noise. How we been missing them?
Sunshine was quiet, but he was playing.
Sunshine was making some lights, but we just like okay.
They I don't know why they weren't talking about it. They were so busy trying to pump up Josh Allen, I guess. And anyway,
but you got to think about it. The South is not really like they're not like the team that people like the division people pay attention to,
right?
So nobody's like really with it unless you're actually in that division. You're not really paying attention to them outside of that. But they do have some great players. Like they said, Sunshine. Now they did get rid of Travis Etienne though.
Yeah.
He and them doggone Saints.
So I still think they'll be good though, but Travis was amazing. He was a dependable back. He was very dependable. He was gonna get you some yardage every time he touched the ball. Now, last but not least, in the AFC, the West, Denver.
Wow, West.
Wow, West. Wow, West. Now, as we mentioned, Eric Bieniemy went back to the Kansas City Chiefs, and Patrick got to clean off all that manure he had on his hands last year. Him and Travis. Travis was so worried about getting married that now all of a sudden he married. They had their big old wedding at Madison Square Gardens. He'll get all his honeymooning out. So now he's back.
He's back.
They might try to make some noise. Kansas City Chiefs might try to make some noise.
They have to.
But I think the Broncos are going to give them trouble. I think the Broncos are going to give them trouble.
I do agree with that part, but the Chiefs are not going. They
got to try to make some noise. They got to make some noise. Because if they don't make no noise, Andy Reid gonna be gone, Travis Kelce gonna retire, and Patrick will be looking for some new players to throw the ball to.
Justin Fields is over there now, so.
What that's supposed to mean?
I mean, they have a backup. Don't laugh. You have to laugh like that.
Oh boy. I don't know what his mental is like right now. Because those first 6 games he played for us, where he was killing it, and they pulled him to put in Russell, who didn't do nothing. Then they sent him to the Jets, where he couldn't do nothing because he ain't had nothing to play with. I'm concerned about his mental. I'm concerned about his confidence and how he will perform after all of that juggling between the Steelers and the Jets. And I'm concerned for Justin's mental. I am. I'm just going to say he got good legs. He runs well, but I'm concerned. I believe Bo Nix and those Broncos and Patrick Surtain, the defensive player of the year last year, he only allowed 1 touchdown. And he had 63 targets, only 1 touchdown allowed. Tied for second in the NFL with passes defended. And they got Jalen Waddle. So I look for the Broncos to be really tough. I look for the Broncos to take that division. I know we ain't doing that right now, but
why would you say that? I mean, the Raiders have a great chance.
Girl, shut up.
What? Why would you say that? They cleaned house. Like
they cleaned house, and they added Kirk Cousins.
Fernando is over there now. I mean, come on now.
They got Max Crosby, who couldn't pass the physical, to get traded.
Man, no, that was a whole fiasco. That Max Crosby thing was ridiculous. We're not even gonna go there. We already talked about that. That was a whole disappointment and too much.
The coach said, and I quote, "We don't have any turds."
Who said that?
Clint Kubiak. I wrote it in quotation marks. We don't have any turds. Okay. Whatever he mean by that, that's what he said.
You know what? He just got off a Super Bowl. Let him talk his ish. Okay. Now.
So, and then the Chargers, Justin Herbert, he was supposed to be all of that in the bag of chips.
That's sunshine number 2.
And he ain't done nothing. He haven't done nothing.
He's sunshine number 2.
He ain't done nothing. Now, Harbaugh is a good coach. The whole Harbaugh family is full of coaches, but I just don't think Justin has it. I just don't see Justin having it. He had a decent season, but I don't see him playing MVP caliber football. I just don't see it. I don't see it. So that's the AFC. That's the AFC. Let's get to the NFC.
My favorite.
Now, on my little thing here, let's go to the East first. Let's go to the East. The Cowboys.
Girls.
I mean, yeah, cowgirls. Cowgirls. Cowgirls and girls. Because I can't say cowboys and boys. Listen.
You can, but hey. But yes, okay.
Listen. The Cowgirls, I don't know what Dak gonna do. They didn't give what's her name his money. Pickens. And I saw old boy CD Lamb. I saw him in a commercial.
You was in a commercial recently?
Old Spice.
Oh, they always in them commercials. Probably why I didn't pay attention.
I don't know. I thought Pickens and CD together was going to be explosive.
They are. The Cowboys are going to come out and they're going to be strong.
Oh, you were serious? Were you serious?
I can't even be serious. So why am I even trying? Okay.
if you come on in the middle right now, we laughing about the Cowgirls. I mean the Cowboys. Dallas.
Okay, so we'll start this way. Let me change this. Okay, let me say the Cowboys do start the season off pretty strong, and they'll be like, oh yeah, and we'd be like, oh okay, and then by like week 5, we'd be like, oh there they go.
What it was it 2 years ago? Yeah, year before last. They were scoring like crazy. They were like the best offense ever. They was like killing it.
There was, but I will say, remember, because last season they did, because they had all of the because of that, they ended up having like 6 night games. And remember, the second week 2, we saw them in Sunday Night Football against the Packers, which was an actual pretty good game. Well, let me talk about some pretty good. It actually was a good game because
it was a good game.
Yes. It ended as a tie, and that's when we had Michael Parsons saying, I don't know a game can end in a tie.
Listen, I don't know. I got a lot of friends that are Cowboy fans. Bless their hearts.
Have you realized that actual Cowboys fans, like if they're females, are actually pretty chill? But it's actually like the men Cowboys fans that are very like obnoxious and stuff. I've met a lot of them, and I just be like, the female Cowgirl boy fans are actually pretty cool and chill. I don't know what's wrong with y'all.
They buy a lot of their purses and they dress in all the gear and everything. And yeah, all right, we'll see what they do.
Nothing.
I want Dak to have a good season.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, it ain't. But I just because of his off the field endeavors, which are so positive for mental health, for that reason, I want him to have something good happen in his life.
He's already won the Walter Payton Man of the Year award for that. So
that's it.
Because there's a lot of other players who do very good things off field. So
yeah. But just for his mental, I want him to do well. But
he already did that. He's done well, and it's not going to happen. I've already said that. I will say this again. I don't mean this and think. I don't want it to happen this way, but it's not going to happen. We all know there's the only block, the biggest block, the cop block, all the things you want to say for a block of the Dallas Cowboys. Initials is JJ, aka Jerry Jones. So until something happens, and I don't mean nothing bad like him dying, I mean like maybe he decides to, epiphany happens and says, you know what, I'm gonna let somebody else run the team. I'm not gonna be in the locker room with them and trying to run everything. Maybe if they have a sense of hope. But until then, even all the Cowboys fans I've talked to, and when I say that, they be like, yeah, that's right. They all know. They know. And then
I don't know if the Giants will be in the competition for them this year. Who they got for quarterback?
Jackson Dart.
Oh, that's right. Okay. And they got, what's her name? Scatterboot. Okay.
Remember, he got hurt.
Yeah, but he all right.
I know, but I know. They just re-signed. And
that's how Gable got fired, running in the daggone tent after the boy.
So we got that. Let's see. What's his name? Malik Neighbors, when he gets back healthy.
Yeah,
I think likely is now.
They might be all right because they got Harbaugh.
And Odell is now back with him.
Okay.
So
moving on.
They have potential.
Moving on, Philadelphia Eagles. Now, Jalen Hurts had one of the fewest amounts of interceptions last year. And they had Super Bowl hangover last year. So maybe they through with the Super Bowl hangover. The fact that AJ used the word respect, he playing for somebody he can respect. I don't know if it's trouble in the locker room with the coaches or if there's something going on with the coach or something. I don't know. But he got a new offensive coordinator again. So I don't know if that will bother Jalen. He didn't run the football much, nor did, what's my boy?
Saquon.
He had that awesome season year before last, and last year he didn't do nothing.
I still feel like I'm going to say this, and I do mean this when I say this. Even if the Eagles didn't, you say they had a Super Bowl hangover, even if they didn't have the hangover and they played at their top ability that they did the year that they won Super Bowl, it would still be no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Them Seattle Seahawks would have still been in there, still would have been the Super Bowl champs. So I can't yes.
Yeah.
The Seahawks was definitely on it. So every team at their best would not have even been able to take the Seahawks down last year. The Seahawks were just on a totally different level than everybody last season. I can't even. Yeah. So you could call it Super Bowl hangover, all that other stuff. Even if they would have made it, it still would not. It still wouldn't have been enough. Not enough. Matter of fact, it wouldn't have been enough, period, because the NFC West was just the best division of the whole NFL last year. So
it was. Now, Washington just signed the roaming Stephon Diggs.
They did.
They signed him. I don't know Jaden Daniels. His rookie season, he was off the chain. They were one game away from the Super Bowl. What they got? New offensive coordinator. I don't know what they're going to do this year. I want them to do well. And they got a new defensive coordinator. I don't know. I want Jaden to do well. I thought he was going to be competitive, but he stayed hurt.
It was year 2. It's year 2. We've gotten over sophomore slump now, so we're gonna get into.
So we should be better. So that's the East. The North. Listen.
See,
I've been watching. I watched the Chicago Green Bay game, the Chicago Seattle game. Listen. They look good last year.
The Bears did, and they did
really
exactly
good.
what I thought they were gonna do last year. But this year, I'm a little
skeptical this year.
I am too.
Because DJ is gone, the offensive coordinator is gone. Although Ben Johnson calls the plays, I don't know.
The question is, who is Caleb throwing to? Who is Caleb throwing to?
I don't know. That's the problem. Because he could get back there and throw that ball in the air and DJ was going to get it. I don't know.
Yeah, he was Iceman because of DJ.
Yeah, so we'll see what they do. Now, Detroit.
All right.
2 years ago, we was on the Detroit wagon. We were saying Detroit was going to the Super Bowl. We had Detroit in the Super Bowl. They ain't done nothing.
Oh, trust me, I'm still pissed off at them from last season. They messed me up. So, you guys, When I tell y'all, I would have won my fantasy football game, but nah, the Lions didn't show up on that Christmas Day game. It
They
wasn't
did
even
not. I don't know
it
where
wasn't
they
even
were.
a cat. It wasn't a cat. It was a kitten.
It was a kitten.
When I tell you,
they weren't nowhere near a lion.
Oh my gosh, that game pissed me off so much. It's like they just getting defeated. I'm like, and my fantasy football points was so sad. And only if they just would have won. If they would have they didn't even have to win. If they just would have showed up and Jared would have actually been playing right, your girl would have been champion. But I ended up having to take number 2. I was really sad. So yeah.
I
don't know what to say about them. Like,
I don't either. I love Campbell. He's very transparent. He's a very good coach, I think, but
I feel like the year that they would have made it to Super Bowl, we had it. It was just every player was hurt. All their defensive players were hurt, but they still made it very far. Last season, I don't know what.
I don't know either.
Yes, we do. We do know what it was.
What?
Ben and Aaron were no longer there.
Yeah, true. That really hurt them. Yeah, that really hurt.
And now now they just got rid of David Montgomery.
Yeah.
Which is part of their Sonic and Knuckles team.
Yeah. So, which opens the door for Green Bay. Jordan Love, but they have no Malik Willis if Jordan gets hurt. So
that's the only thing with them. I would say out of all of the teams, they are probably of the North. They are the most consistent. But it's also because when Jordan gets hurt, there's already a consistent quarterback in place. But now since they have taken that away, well, the North
Malik came in and did not miss a beat.
No, he did not.
He did not miss a beat.
That's why I said I would say overall, but then they also got rid of Romeo Doubs. So there's some couple of things with them that I feel like they're going to the North is just gonna be interesting. I don't know what to say. I have to sit and watch them during whatchamacallit. It's gonna be these preseasons gonna help me figure out what I'm gonna end up deciding for of who wins it. And the Vikings.
Well, yeah, they don't know who they want for their quarterback.
Kyler or Sugar. Who was that?
They ain't got nothing. They ain't got no choices. Kyler Murray and JJ McCarthy. Freaking frat. I don't see it.
But Justin Jefferson.
Poor baby, he ain't got nobody to throw the ball to him. What, he gonna just throw the ball to himself? Maybe he just throw it to himself. I don't know. I feel sorry for him in a way because he's such a good receiver, but he has nobody to throw him the ball.
If they had a quarterback, a consistent, actual good quarterback, they actually would. They would probably be my team to actually say they got it. I would put them at number.
Because what was it? Year before last, they won all them games by 1, 2, 3 points, something like that. They were awesome. But won't that with Kurt?
Yep.
Okay. So I don't know.
They should have kept him.
They should have.
Kirk wanted to stay with them and literally said they called my bluff when I said he did what he did so they could re-sign him, and they didn't. And he was like, they called my bluff and I had to go. But he wasn't happy. He wasn't happy with us. Who knows if he'll be happy at the Raiders? I mean, he's probably happy because he got a job, but still, I don't think that he's like, whatchamacallit?
No,
he wanted to play with the Vikings. And shockingly enough, I'm actually pretty shocked that they didn't take him back. He has such a cohesiveness with the team.
Yeah.
Why not take him back?
Because they took Kyler. They took Kyler Murray, and they already had JJ, who they took in the first round. So
but I'm just
they had no room for Kurt.
They should have not done Kurt. They should have not done Kyler. And took Kurt back.
I definitely wouldn't have taken Kyler Murray. I
But I will say, Kirk Cousins is the most that man right there. You get more money being a second string quarterback than anything. When you was a first string, you was a starter. You didn't even make half the money that you doing now.
So that's that division. Now, NFC South.
Oh, my poor South. I love my NFC South, but boy, I hate to say this like how you said, Miss Natalie. Our division's gonna suck again this year. We don't really have, to be honest, and I was talking to somebody too, we can fight amongst each other, but outside of it, we don't really make that big of noise. And the only reason we kind of made noise last time is because they brought Tom Brady into it. And that's the only reason why the Bucs really got what it was, because the team was somewhat already established and stuff. Yeah. Like, they just needed just one little flicker with it. And that's what I feel like when it comes to the South, when it comes to all the teams and stuff, it's like every team is just missing one little piece of that nice flicker element to be like, ooh. Now, do I want them all to do it? Absolutely not. I want my team to only have that big spark. But to say that in a least, I do want it. But have to start off.
Your running back with the biggest contract ever for a running back.
I love that Bijan got that, you guys. Yes. But it also was like a sad moment at the same time, because at the same time, while he is signing this beautiful contract, Jalen Walker has torn his ACL. And he is out for the whole season. And yesterday when I saw that thing come across my ear,
I thought about you immediately.
In the moment, and it said possible, I knew immediately. I said, oh man, this man tore his ACL, and this morning they confirmed it. I was like, I don't even know why I did this. Yeah. So, oh my gosh, Falcons fans, we are.
Now,
like we be so close. We be so close. We be having almost every element together, and then something always happens to F it up.
Now, the one thing I will say that I think is very strategic, I believe you guys are the only team with two left-handed quarterbacks, which is very unique.
Two is left-handed?
Yeah, girl.
I know he was left-handed. I don't think I ever.
Yeah, he's left-handed.
Well, it ain't gonna work. He's still not. Whatchamacallit? Both of them still don't even like. Unless either they're doing this as a ploy and just trying to throw everybody off the scent of neither one of them actually still being like healthy wise, or they really are still hurt. But they keep on being like, oh, they whatchamacallit. I'm like, we look. And then for that reason, we end up signing Cooper Rush for a year. Sometimes the money that y'all is the money. Stop being dumb and doing dumb money. So you ain't got that much money to be over here doing this. So, and then we got rid of. And then I was also sad because I was like, why would y'all get rid of Tyler Algier? When they got rid of Tyler Algier, I was so pissed too. Why? Yeah. He was like literally Bijan's backup. That was the Robin.
Yes.
If Bijan is that man, that was definitely Robin. Why would you get rid of Robin?
Y'all had the best running back duo. Oh,
outside of the Lions, we had like literally.
Yes.
That was so painful to be like, oh my gosh. The only thing that they did keep was Jesse Bates. I was like, oh, thank you for keeping Jesse, our nice little safety. But I don't know.
I wish y'all luck. I hated to see Raheem leave. I thought he was gonna be there for a minute.
I did think he was gonna be there at least one more season. I wanted them to get rid of our offensive coordinator, but I did not want them to get rid of Raheem.
I did not.
Kevin.
So
like they would have done if Raheem would have left him, we would have got John or Sean. I would have been like, that was a great move, you guys. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
Yes. But I'm kind of questioning. Oh gosh, we got that. I guess I have to talk about these other teams in our division, right?
The The Aints. I'm not impressed with nothing going on over there.
I'm never impressed by them.
No, I'm not. Other than Drew Brees years ago, I'm not
and
much
Reggie
on the
Bush.
Saints. Yeah. So moving right along to Tampa Bay. We already talked about Tampa Bay a little bit. Baker Mayfield say he feel disrespected. Now, should he feel disrespected for not getting his money, or should it be accurate? Or
he might feel a little disrespect. I mean, but I think disrespect is a little.
That was his word. That was
his words. But yes, I feel like for him, I mean, to be honest, he could possibly make that thing because he been making Tampa. You know, after Tom left, they gave him the reins, and he continued to take it on and stuff like that. Now, I don't know what's gonna happen next season. This season, since his number one wide receiver is officially gone.
Yeah, Mike Evans is gone.
He is a 49er.
Yeah.
And somebody else they did too that I just recently saw. I was like, dang, they didn't do. Oh, Versa. Did they cut him?
Who?
Well, I want to call him vice versa, and it's not. But I see his face. Not vice versa. I don't want the song.
Something else I want to say. I had something else.
Oh man, what is his name? Jared Verse. Duh, that's what.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He. I think.
What you got?
Did he end up? And then he ended up leaving.
Yeah.
Because he's now with the Rams. So I'm like, Tampa kind of dismantled and their things. Oh no, never mind. He is a Cleveland Browner.
Yeah.
But there's another player, and I see him. He's a linebacker. He got some hair. Oh gosh. Next week I'm gonna remember it right when we get off. What is his name? But I feel like they just re-signed him, like they finally gave him his money, or I think he's still waiting too.
Well, Tampa Bay is going to be really different without Mike Evans.
That's the word. I knew it was okay. That's him. Vita Vea. I know. I went from a whole different thing. Vita Vea is trying to be traded. That's what I was. Yes.
Okay.
He's trying to get traded too. So, and he can trade himself all right onto my Falcons.
Well, I don't. That division is going to be.
You forgot about the Panthers.
I'm getting ready to go to the Panthers.
Oh, I was like,
because I'm getting ready to say I met the strengthening conditioning coach for the Panthers.
Okay.
Genevieve, I believe is how you say her name.
Oh, it's a female too? All right, girl. Power.
Yeah, sister girl. She was going to come to the back to school explosion, but she was on vacation. So she's supposed to come and talk to the youth of our church at the Falcon game, because we're coming to the Falcon game. We're bringing our youth department to the Falcon game.
Oh, next Friday?
No, the regular season, not the preseason.
Oh.
Yeah, we're coming to the regular season game with our kids.
Oh, because it's on the 20th and we play. That's our first home game and we play the Panthers.
And the young man that played my son in one of the plays I did umpteen years ago, he is now the sales something for the Panthers. So what's the little boy name that was a quarterback?
Bryce. Bryce.
They were looking decent last year, a little bit. I think this is a make or break season for him. I know he's still young, but I still think it's a kind of a make or break season for him, whether he will ever get money or not. I got a feeling they might be halfway decent this season because they ended strong. Between them and you guys, I don't look for Tampa to do anything. I just don't. Baker is already mentally having some yin yang yin yang, and when he was with the Browns doing all of that, he wasn't playing well.
That's when he
when he get to doing this, he ain't playing well because he ain't focused.
I think Tampa felt a little something type of way because they didn't think the Panthers were actually going to beat them and make them.
No, they didn't.
They didn't think that, and I think that's what really messed up Tampa at that point. And you know what? I was all for it, but I also was mad because we could have.
Yeah. So now, the last division was the strongest division in the NFL last season. The NFC West.
And I will say it right now, they are still the strongest division. Who are we starting with? Because
the Rams.
Okay, yes, I'm happy that you did because the Rams. The Rams this offseason, they said, "Oh no.
We gonna win the Super Bowl.
We coming back." Because guess what they decided they wanted to do? They decided they ain't really saying it, but they over there like, oh, these last couple of days, guess who's been at their practices? And
Aaron Donald.
Exactly. Because you know why? Because what happened was when they picked up Myles Garrett, Aaron probably was like, bet.
He wanted to play with him because he knew he couldn't do it by himself. He needed that balance. And I was like, he might be young to be retiring. And so I'm like, okay, now they got the offensive MVP with Matt Stafford and the defensive MVP with Myles Garrett. You bring back Aaron Donald, they are going to be ferocious.
They also, right, and they did.
Although Myles Garrett has missed 3 practices.
Mm.
And that's another thing I want to say. A couple of players that got traded or moved or whatever, they're already injured.
Who?
Well, he for one, I'm not gonna say he injured, but it was somebody else. I don't know who it was now.
Oh no, I feel like the Rams, they definitely are coming back next season because first off, if they wouldn't have the NFL messed me up because if they wouldn't have had that first game of the season for them to go someplace else, the first game of the season definitely would have been a Seahawks Rams rematch because every time they played all 3 times, or technically all.
Yeah,
they did 3 times. They did
3 times.
It was all of them were so. They were so interesting, so impactful. Like every single one, like you just sat on your edge of the seat. Like it wasn't a blowout; it was just shootouts of back and forth. It was just kind of like who gonna mess up in order to do it. So so I'm interested in seeing that because the Rams are coming. They trying to build to be able to beat the Seahawks, and the Seahawks are trying to stay as strong and keeping what they have. I mean, they re-signed,
Yeah, but they got rid of the MVP.
That was the dumbest part.
That was dumb. How you gonna get rid of the MVP of the Super Bowl?
I know.
How you get rid of the MVP of the Super Bowl?
Yeah, that didn't make any sense.
I don't understand how you win the Super Bowl and then bust up your team.
That was lovely. That was great.
I know it's a business. I know it's a business, but where is the loyalty?
Well, the thing about it is, it's one thing to get rid of like a player like who was like, and then it wasn't impactful. But the fact of the matter is, you, like you said, we did the most impactful player of the game Kenneth Walker, you just won the Super Bowl. What are you going to do? I'm going to get traded to the Chiefs. Because that's literally what it was.
Yeah. So,
but you know, the Chiefs did that because of all of their issues, because all their running backs have problems.
Yeah.
Rice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now the 49ers got Deebo Samuel's back.
Along with Mike Evans.
So they're going to be, and Brock was a decent quarterback.
And also irrelevant. And they still got what's his name? What's my
McCaffrey.
Other? George, yep, and George Kittle.
Yeah. So
although some of the players are still hurt too.
Now the Cardinals, we don't even need to talk about them at all. They just in the division. They got a team. That's it.
I mean, they made
no.
They might not be the outlier this year.
Okay, whatever.
They may not, you know.
They will be in last place again.
Who's their quarterback?
It don't matter because you got the Rams, the 49ers, and the Seahawks in the division. It don't matter who their quarterback is.
Just who is their quarterback though?
Don't nobody know.
Oh,
who is it?
Jacoby
Brissett.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord.
And Carson Beck.
Okay. No.
Carson, Jacoby, and Mishnu.
Oh, Gardner.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't he 75?
Did you say ain't he 75?
Ain't he old?
He's 30.
That's all. Why I feel like he's been playing a long time.
Because 30 is pretty old.
It ain't old as 43.
That's true. That is true. But yeah.
Okay. Well.
You know what? Because Jacoby did hold them down when
he did.
When Kyler wasn't doing very.
He did. So yeah, he did. He did.
They can have some stuff. We just got to see what's going on.
They're gonna still be in last place. They can have some stuff, but they're gonna still be in last place. I'm just saying. So now I will say this, and I saw a clip on Instagram, and this young lady, she was explaining some things about football, and very elementary like, and she was addressing women and explaining rules, and her question was, or her statement was, put in the comments what you want me to talk about or what your questions are, and I'll explain it to you so you'll know how to watch an NFL game. And I was like, we've done all that, but we'll revisit some things and make sure that everybody knows how to enjoy the game. And I want you to give them some fantasy football tips or something.
I some of the people who watch are now part of the people I'm competing against.
Okay.
I can't give them any tips.
So, but
I will give basic stuff without.
Yeah, give basic. I just want you to give basics. So we are back to football. I will get some NCAA info, and I want to focus a little bit this season on HBCU football. I want to really
not have a football team, but okay, I'm gonna go with my other team, which is my TSU Tigers.
Yeah, I wanna look at some HBCU football. I want to give them their props this season, and we want to make sure that, and I want to make sure when I do call the games, I do give you information to help you understand why they're doing what they're doing, or what that play means, or explain the play or something to make it more enjoyable. Because I was, what's the word? Not reprimanded, but reminded that I started this channel for women to be able to understand and watch football.
Mm-hmm.
But because I'm such a stat person and a numbers person, I focus more on that than breaking down the game and the rules of the games. But we have done, what was it, last year before, we did a very good job of explaining the rules, the penalties, all of that. We've done that. We may revamp that a little bit, but we did a very good job. We have videos out showing you exactly. We got illustrations and everything on how to watch the game and what the rules mean and all that good stuff. So we did it before she did it. I'm just saying. But she's on Instagram, which makes it a little bit more, I don't know if it's more accessible, but or more laid back, but ours is there forever on YouTube. It will forever be on YouTube. It won't be going anywhere. That's the one thing I like about YouTube. It's forever there. So, but we have done 2 hours of preseason football coaches and the divisions. We will be back with some predictions of who we think going to the Super Bowl and the rule changes and some other stuff. But we have been here for 2 hours and we are so excited to be back. We're at 552 subscribers. We want to get to 600. We want to get we want to get to 600. I really would like to get to 1,000 before the season is over, but I'll take 600 for now. So we're gonna pump that up. But we've had fun. Thank you, Samuel, and a couple other people that were here watching with us tonight. Samuel and Dante and Justin. We thank you guys for watching. Vanessa and Jersey Cardinal and Jamar. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you. I don't know where Taterhead was. He didn't.
Oh yeah, that's all right. He always be on too.
I think Taterhead got mad with me the last time because Taterhead was talking all this negative stuff, and I was trying to be positive on my birthday, and he kept talking all that negative stuff, and I won't go in for it. So he might be mad with me. He ain't back. He didn't make one comment tonight, so Taterhead might be mad with me. But anyway, but we've had 2 hours of fun, and we thank y'all so much. Vanessa, get some good clips, girl.
We know she will.
Yeah. So we'll see y'all soon. I might do something tomorrow night with the Hall of Fame. I doubt it. But anyway, that's it. You got anything else, Master T?
Nope. You know what I got to do.
All right. Peace.
Bye, guys.